Greetings, RC fanatics. Moodog from Moodog's Frugal RCs. Today we're going to be having a look at a really kind of neat little toy that I picked up on Amazon. I'll post a link in the description for you guys if you want to check this one out. This one is made by Great Wall Toys. Great Wall Toys makes those Coke can cars, really small scale. I think they're maybe 172 scale as well. This is a 172 scale remote control tank, multifunction. They're claiming that this one is 14 channels. So we'll have to see to kind of to believe, I guess, if you want to say that. They're calling this one the Armor Core series of vehicles, multifunctional remote control tank. This one is rated at age 6 and up. Use your discretion as well on this. The back of the packaging just shows the tank itself. And this is a German Tiger. I guess the model of the tank is a Tiger tank. Tiger in your tank. Was that an Exxon commercial? I'm dating myself. No, never mind. So we have the Tiger Tiger design tank here. Looks pretty realistic. You have a little guy up on the top of that, and you have your remote here, multifunction. So they're claiming forward, backward, turn left, turn right, 360 rotation on the turret, gun barrel moving up and down. So this does kind of does a recoil action when you pull the trigger or you fire a shot, I guess. And high and low speed conversion, and then sounds as well. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing open. I don't see a model number anywhere on here. I don't know if the 2150 is the model. I'm not quite sure. But let's open this up and see what comes inside the package. All right, guys, this is pretty much the contents of the package right here. We have our kind of a gatefold little sheet here, dual-sided, Chinese on one side, English on the other, and it's giving you all the information on how to get the batteries installed in the remote, how to charge the actual tank itself, and then some other information that you might find helpful on here. The Chinese to English translation looks pretty decent for what this is, guys. It looks pretty good. So keep that in mind and hang on to this for future. It'd be a nice thing to hang on to, especially if your child is going to be using this. Just a good reference for that purpose. Now, this is going to kind of fit into one of those fun toys, collectible fun toys, not so much for taking out and bashing, really. This is something that maybe the businessman could take with him to work and play with on the desk at lunchtime or lunch break or whatever. Just kind of a tension breaker, just kind of a fun thing to do. Nice to collect as well because of the diminutive size. I think this is pretty cool for the money. I was impressed, slightly impressed, I should say, with the build quality. Now, you do have a telescoping antenna here, telescoping antenna here that installs in the top here. There is a jack for this inside here. We just simply put it in the receptacle and then screw it down tight. This is going to take 4 AA batteries, and I know there's different brand batteries in there, but they're all fresh. So 4 AA batteries that you will have to supply on your own, get installed on the back there. No screw to worry about holding the battery hatch down. This is an always on transmitter, so just by pressing a button on here, you can see that the LED lights up, tells it that's active at all times. It's not drawing any power that I know of per se right now, but we do have that feature that there is no power switch on here. Now, charging the tank itself happens right from the side of the transmitter here. There's this little clear plastic kind of almost capsule here, and then you have this pin connector that pops out of this little saddle. If I can get it out of here on camera. That will plug into the jack on the bottom of the tank right here, and we'll get into that in just a second, but I want to show you kind of some of the features of this transmitter. So pretty nicely done on this one, guys. The quality feel is pretty decent. Doesn't feel too chintzy or cheap. This one is going to be running at 40 megahertz, so it's different than the 2.4 gigahertz that we're normally seeing on most RC vehicles these days. This one is going to require the antenna both on the transmitter and on the actual vehicle itself. We have a forward and a reverse. We have a cannon shot, or you actually can shoot your gun on the front there, and the turret will spin 360 degrees both directions. We have left and right for turning, and then we have our steering trims for left and right as well. Up on top here, we have one shoulder button, and that's going to be for speed selector. This does have two speeds on it, so kind of cool there. But altogether, I think pretty nicely put together. So taking a look at the tank itself, guys, we can see high detail on this. This one is modeled after the German Tiger tank. You can see you have little soldiers sticking out the porthole on top there. Pretty decent detail on that as well from what I can see. All the detail on here is nicely done, guys. We have the kind of blue camel pattern on here, number 26 up in front. We have an LED indicator light on here that lets us know that we have power. And on the bottom here, guys, we have an on and off switch right back here. We also have our charging port right next to that, and then our speaker for our sound effects. This is one of those items, guys, that it's all or nothing. You have sound effects all the time with this one. So if you guys are offended or easily triggered by kind of mock sound effects on RC vehicles, if you think about the RC construction vehicles, that type of sound, but on a smaller scale, this may not be for you. But it does make noise, and it's still kind of cool, though, I think, in its function and the purpose that it serves. And that is just kind of a tension breaker to me. So you can take a look at it. Let's go ahead and turn it on the bottom here. So you can hear that we have a simulated kind of engine starting and running there. Now it will make more noise than that. We have our different directions on here, our steering trim, and here is our turret. So our turret is activated by just a press of the button here, and pressing it once will send it one direction, pressing it again will send it the other. We have a fire function on here. That's actually the gun firing, kind of a simulated sound for that. We have a front and rear, or forward and reverse. Our forward is here, reverse is right there. Speed selector up on top. And then our left and right turn. This is obviously the faster speed. So we'll slow it down. One more press of that shoulder button there. Yeah, we can see it did slow down somewhat. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, you're not looking for a giant amount of range on this thing or anything like that. Again, kind of a collectible, kind of a tension breaker, under $20. I think you're getting a nice little package here. One thing I wanted to show you before in this video is the charging on this, how to do that. So basically, you would just flip the tank over on its side, and then on the side of the transmitter right here, we have this little kind of capsule here that holds the charging cable, and we can go ahead and plug that in to the bottom jack here on the tank, and we'll plug that in all the way. And how you tell if this is completely charged is this light will be red if it's charging. Once that light goes out, it tells us that the tank is completely charged. So it's looking like this tank has an ample charge on it right now, so it's not going to be doing any charging. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I thought I'd kind of share this one with you. This one is available on Amazon.com. I will post a link for this in the description. One more shout out to everyone out there. I want to thank each and every one of you for 1,000 plus subscribers right now. I was nowhere near expecting this at that time I started this channel. This was just something to do for me as a hobby, as just kind of a thing to do, I guess. And I want to thank each and every one of you that subscribed to the channel for coming on board and putting up with me. And hey, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it really helps me out a lot. I appreciate all of you guys. We'll see y'all in the next one, and God bless the Republic.